What's up guys, it's Parking It with Tony back at again with another video. We're at Universal again, here to film all of the updates and construction updates for not only Halloween Horror Nights, but Rip Ride Rockit. When it comes to Universal, they don't play around. When Rip Ride Rockit says it's going to close, it's closing for good, and it's damn near completely gone already. But I heard that there is some Halloween Horror Nights merch inside the Universal store in City Walk, so we're gonna go check that out. One of the new items that they have for today is the Megan popcorn bucket, along with the Blumhouse shirt as well. And the cool thing with the Megan popcorn bucket is her face actually comes off to reveal that like robot kind of look underneath it. And then that is going to be $34.99. And then just like every other popcorn bucket, the first refill is for free. And then another new item is the Five Nights at Freddy's fan. And then this wasn't here last time, but they also have kids clothes. So they have the kids hoodie along with the kids shirt and a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of like notebook. You can write in the Five Nights at Freddy's headband. And then another new shirt that they have, along with this Roosevelt snapback hat. So it's got Freddy on the front and then the snapback on the back. And it is going to be $35 for this hat. And then they have the pins, which these are mystery pins. So you can get all those different ones. And these are going to be $18 a piece. And then they have the pizza box that you can get that flips up and it connects through it. So I want to say this is $45. So if you collect all of them, besides a duplicate for this, it's going to be around $99 to collect all. And then they have the Five Nights at Freddy's keychain, along with the patches that I showed last time, and this badge as well that can like hold your annual pass or your ID or whatever. And it's one of those retractables as well, along with this Roosevelt Letterman jacket that's got the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza on the front with the logo on the back. And then it's reversible, so it's got all of the animatronic and animals on the inside as well. So technically, with this one, you get two jackets into one for the price of $110. It's a little expensive for it, but there's a good look at the inside. Kind of like that design. It's pretty cool. And then we're gonna head over to the new Terrifier items because they got a ton of stuff. So the last time we were here, you saw this shirt, which this shirt was leaked. And to be honest with you, this is probably my favorite design for the Terrifier collection. And then this one, unlike some of the other ones, does say Universal Halloween Horror Nights 2025. And then they also have a bucket hat in the same design. So it's got the Clown Cafe, Pale Girl, the Terrifier Haunted House, and Art the Clown. And then I also want to say it is reversible. So on the inside it says Art was here with Damien Leone's Terrifier and like a blood splatter with handprint kind of design. And then they have Art the Clown pop figures in here as well with the posters that they do every year. Art the Clown Bloody Popcorn, which is a kettle corn. Art the Clown Clown Cafe Cotton Candy, which is just cherry cotton candy. The shot glasses as well, and a mug. And then they also have these glass cups, which they have every year, but really like this design. And then a new item is the Christmas art popcorn bucket, which this one is going to be a total of $29.99 plus tax. And then just like every other popcorn bucket, it is free refills for your first refill. And then they have this Clown Cafe pin, and if you open this up, they have Art the Clown smiling on the inside with the open sign. And they have this Art the Clown Halloween Horror Nights magnet, along with an ornament, a crossbody sling bag with that same design that's on the t-shirt, and then this Clown Cafe ringer tee as well. And then this is the IP house shirt. So it's basically, if you remember the stained glass pieces that you got, it's the exact same design. So it's got all the IPs, and this is blacklight reflective. So at night when the blacklight hits it, it's gonna glow. They have this shirt as well. Got the gargoyle design on it, because this year's overall theme is conservatory, gargoyle, and gothic. All these Fallout pins. So they got the Pip-Boy, Vault 33, and then the thing that goes on your wrist as well. These game patches, a keychain, and then the Sugar Bomb cereal, which is just mini vanilla cookies, a chocolate cockroach, and then gummy eggs as well. And over here they have the Mel's Dine-In, kind of like bowling shirt, so it's got Halloween Horror Nights 2025 on the front, and then on the back it says Mel's Dine-In, we are dying to serve you, with a little zombie character with roller skates as well. And then they also have these Mel's Dine-In snow globes that say we are dying to serve you. And then the Mel shirt that was here a couple weeks ago that I also showed you, they also have in this store. If you like the design of this shirt, but it's cold where you live, they also have it in hoodies as well. So you can grab a hoodie with that design, and they also have this brand new bag with that design as well. The original house shirt, so you have Gulkin up top, El Artista, Hatchet and Chains Bounty Hunters, Grave of Flesh, and then the little girl in the middle is Dolls Let's Play Dead. Here's the Scare Zone tee. So you got Crazy Cat Lady, Toxic 20s, the crows that are going to be in the front, as long as the gargoyles. And then I want to say the middle is the Vanity Ball for the Vampire Scare Zone as well. And then you have the Mel's Dine-In backpack, along with the Mel's Dine-In pin sign, and then the Mel's Dine-In Turvis Tumbler cup that's got like a bloody handprint on it as well. It's a really nice design. But I heard that there's more merchandise in the park, so once we get in there, I'll show you all that as well. And then in City Walk, they have Halloween Horror Nights stanchions, which are not open currently, but they're right here. So it's gonna be right in front of the Coke stand, across from the Universal store. They have these Halloween Horror Nights stanchion, which is actually gonna sell merchandise as well. So we are now in the parks. Up front, they have the iconic Horror Nights sign, along with the gargoyles and stuff right here. But I don't know if you can see it, but you see how the sign looks red? It is actually not red. So at night it's gonna glow a turquoise blue color, which I'll pop up a picture right now and show you how it looks at night. At the front of the park, they have the Halloween Horror Nights store. So this used to be the Jaws 50th and the Back to the Future like tribute store. So we're gonna walk in here and show you kind of what the new Horror Nights stuff looks like. So they have the Icons shirt, so it's got Jason, Art, the Ghoul, Freddy, and Wyatt, along with this display for all of the Five Nights at Freddy's. So that kids hoodie, that's what the front looks like. And then they got the new shirt there, and their shirt as well. And then here's the Halloween Horror Nights band, along with the Turvis tumbler cup that you can get. They have a whole Terrifier section as well, with posters, cups, and all of the stuff that I showed you at the other store. But at the other store, they didn't have this. So they have the Art the Clown keychain, which I'm not sure why they gave him an elephant nose. It's kind of weird, but here's the first t-shirt that they designed as well for a Ringer tee. And this one is the one I was telling you doesn't have any Halloween Horror Nights like at all on it, nowhere, except for the tag right there. But these two shirts do in fact say Halloween Horror Nights on it, along with the bag and the bucket hat as well. Over here is Five Nights at Freddy's. So they have Five Nights at Freddy's sweatpants, which I haven't seen yet. Really like that design because it has that like rustic aged look, along with the shirt that I got last time we were here. A fan. They have a cardboard sign. And then they also have all these phone cases. So they have this gargoyle phone case with the stained glass in the background, a Christmas Art the Clown, along with a Christmas Art the Clown phone case. And I like how all of them have like this 3D look. So they have that one, a Jason Universe phone case as well, and then a Little Boo phone case. This ones are non-3D, so they have Fallout phone case as well, and then another 3D one with the Five Nights at Freddy's phone case. And then also they have AirPod cases as well with the 3D look. So this one's the Gargoyles over here, and then you got the older generation with Little Boo. But here's a better look at the Five Nights at Freddy's wooden sign, the Roosevelt hat that I showed you, and then they also have Five Nights at Freddy's blankets, which this is the design that's going to be on it. So it's the checkered board, like the floor that's in the cafe, with all of the characters on it, and then they have a Freddy Fazbear full onesie as well. And over here is for the Wyatt Six, so they have the Wyatt Six poster, and then the long sleeve shirt. They haven't got a restock of the short sleeve shirts yet, but as soon as they do, I know they're gonna sell out. So if you see it in there and you want it, grab it. And then here is a look at the new design for the Fallout tee. So it's got the dog on the front with the hand with the Halloween Horror Nights 2025. And then on the back, it has the design that was on the first tee, but with the kind of vault look. I like the design a little bit better than the first one because it has something on the front and back. And then they have the cups here, along with the candies that I showed you earlier in the other store. And then over here, they also have something that's new. They have a Five Nights at Freddy's energy drink, which says to be a cherry limeade drink. And this one, I guess, goes off of the cartoon TV show Vault-Tec hat. So it's got the gun hard sign as well, which is kind of cool because it kind of has like that 3D look, so it looks like the glass is broken and everything. And then they have a Fallout magnet, a whole sticker set, and then the keychains, pins, and patches that I showed you at the other store. And then all of these light up headbands with like flowers here, and then over here are the light up horns. So you got a white flamed light up horn, and then a red flame light up horn. So they got this whole front design as well, which has a mannequin showing off the onesie, but you can tell what Horror Nights is really leaning towards to be their favorite IP. So at the front of the Universal store, they have this display, which is probably going to get a lot more decorated and bigger once the event starts, but they have the gargoyle shirt here along with the cups. And this one, the cups are $28.99 with free refills all day, and it's got the gargoyle design on the front. Over here is the IP shirt along with the horns and flowers headbands. And then they got the bag as well. All the Melstein and stuff is going to be over here. This is this year's house shirt, so it's got the Halloween Horror Nights 2025 on the front, and then on the back it's got the gargoyle with all the houses. So you got Terrifier, Five Nights at Freddy's, Jason, The Horrors of Wyatt Six, Fallout, Gulkin, Monsters of the North, El Artista, Dolls Let's Play Dead, Hatchet and Chain Bounty Hunters, and Grave of Flesh. Really like this design. Not sure if I'm going to be picking up this one this year because I've gotten a lot of Halloween Horror Nights merchandise. And then also they have these horn headbands as well, which weren't at the other location. But the Halloween Horror Nights shirt that I have on for today is the 2006 Sweet 16 shirt. So it's got all the icons on the front. You got director, Jack, caretaker, and storyteller on the front. But this one's really cool, especially since it's got a lot of the icons. The only one that it's missing is the usher, but really sick shirt. Glad I picked it up, and I got it on eBay for an insane steal for 10 bucks. So if you're looking for some really dope Halloween Horror Nights vintage tees, check out eBay. You never know what you can find. So right outside the Jimmy Fallon Saturday Night Live 50th store and the Tonight Shop, you have this Wanta Fanta booth. So this one is orange. Remember that, because all of the Wanta Fanta booths are all different colors. So this one is orange. So my guess is this one will be like orange Fanta drinks. And then behind the plant right there, there's gonna be a menu board. And then over here, there is this truss. And if you've been to Horror Nights, you know what truss means. So my guess is over here is gonna be an entrance to at least one house, maybe two houses, because if you see, there's two signs over here. And then across from the Minions Cafe is the El Artista food booth. So it's got that stained glass, gothic kind of look to it. No menus yet, but you have the food booth right over here, and then the POS system is going to be right here, which they already have put POS systems in there. And then if you look inside here, you can see some heating lamps, forks, and all kinds of different stuff. So they're getting all of them ready. So that's prepared by HHN. And then in front of that, there is a house portal. So the TV is going to tell you how long it's going to be. And then the portal for this one is El Artista, a Spanish haunting. And then in the front, there's another portal, but I'll show you that, guys, a little bit later in the day. But I want to say that one is Flesh, I'm pretty sure, is the one that's in the front. Because I know the back two over by Simpsons is Hatchet and Chains, and then the other one that's over there by Men in Black is Dolls Let's Play Dead. But if we head over here towards the Jimmy Fallon area, towards the Toxic 20 scare zone, you're gonna get two more food booths as well. So over here is the Carnival of Horror food booth, which is basically just the front facade for the Terrifier house from the second Terrifier movie. But here's the POS system, and then a food booth over here, which at night it glows, and I want to say it gives like a purple hue. And then the Art the Clown Cafe food booth over here as well, which is also from the second movie when he gets taken down to that like secret dimension. And then here's the POS system for that as well. So in there, they're getting all set up for the food booth. So there's heating lamps, refrigerators, stoves, hand washing stations, and everything as well in there. And then over here is the Firefly Funhouse food booth for the Wyatt 6 WWE house. So the POS system over here is going to be like an old TV, because the Firefly Playhouse was on the old school TVs. And then you got the Funhouse design up here with the sign and the clouds, which the clouds do light up at night and everything. And then of course they add the vine work, because that's kind of the decor for this year. And then the Fallout food booth over here for Vault 33. And then you got the big vault right here. And then the POS system is also going to have that Vault 33 look to it as well. And then, since The last time I was here, they added all this green sludge for like the toxic 20s, which it's kind of hard, so it's not like a really sticky kind of thing. But they added this green sludge to the scare zone for the toxic 20s, to all the money bags over here, to the cars as well, along with the BuzzCon barrels that are carrying all the sludge. So you can see you hit this one and it's just leaking all over the place onto the car. And then if you weren't here from my last video, everything that is covered up is a dead body. So there's gonna be a dead body here that's probably been just covered in sludge, toxic sludge on them. So it's probably just ripping them apart and stuff. But they don't want to show that during the daytime because it might scare kids or just make guests mad. But no sludge added to the BuzzCon truck, which I don't think there's going to be any because it is the truck that's carrying it. But this green sludge has just transferred into the entire scare zone. So over at the florist booth, there's more of the green sludge. So over here they have a speaker on top of this, and I'm guessing there's probably a foot trigger somewhere down here where a scare actor can activate a scare. But the sludge for the BuzzCon barrel is leaked, and then down here there's probably going to be some kind of fog effect from what I'm guessing. But the sludge is honestly just taking over this entire scare zone. It's all over this florist booth. And like I said, the more and more you go down, the more you're going to see the sludge. So the police car that's over here with the old design, it's also got the green sludge in it. And then there's bullet holes that they added to it, basically signify like the people fought back and shot at the car as well. But once again, it's got all the green sludge and stuff on here to the police car. The stand that's over here, it's got this fog machine, which is going to be pumping fog through this tube over to here and up this little crate area to basically create some kind of like steaming effect through there. And then another body inside the BuzzCon barrel, and a place for a scare actor to enter through. Once again, the green sludge is just taken over all through here. And then they also added a rat with the green sludge as well. And then there's another fog machine here, which is basically going to do the exact same thing from the last one, which is going to push fog into the system to create kind of a steaming effect through here. And then all of the green sludge that is taken over. And then another rat that's kind of zombified as well through here. The green sludge and everything that's taken over. And then, like I said, when you see something that's tarped up, it's probably a dead body that they don't want to show the day guests. Over towards Sting Alley, the newsstand has also been covered in that green sludge as well. The BuzzCon truck over here, the chocolate bars and everything, along with all of these different newspapers, all these magazines and everything on top as well. And then taffy with chewing gum as well. If you realize where the chewing gum is from, it's from Cary, Ohio, which if you don't know the lore about Cary, Ohio with Halloween Horror Nights, Cary is a place where one of the creative directors, I want to say it was Laura Sauls, she's from Ohio. So Cary is a place where she was kind of like, don't go in Ohio, it's kind of a scary place. So Cary, scary, kind of makes sense. So there was a house a couple years ago that was called Welcome to Scary, Ohio, which was a callback to all of the Cary, Ohio references from old haunted houses. Here's this. And then down Sting Alley is a food booth. So you got the green sludge on these two, which I showed you from before. And then the food booth as well has all been put up with the green sludge. the Palace Arcade is now the Palace Tribute Store, and it's basically themed to a cryptic kind of museum. So they got all these cryptics and stuff on top of it. So they got this whole design over here with a kind of like pot looking cryptic. You're good. And then this one is kind of like Roman, a little bit, with the Roman hat and the coin. And then over here is another cryptic as well. But the tribute store is not yet opened. My guess it's probably gonna open Monday or Tuesday, just because I wanna say the team member previews are Wednesday, and then the premium screen night is Thursday, and then opening night is Friday the 29th. So we're inside the Mummy store, and at the very front, they have all of the Halloween Horror Nights merchandise as well, along with the Wyatt 6 long sleeve. And then they have the Wyatt 6 short sleeve in here as well, but they're all extra smalls. Hopefully they'll do a restock when the event opens. Over here, you have the house shirt as well. It's got all the houses on it. So the kids shirt, instead of having the small logo on the chest, it has a massive logo on the front. And then it's the same back that's on the adult shirt with the gargoyle and then all the houses for this year on it as well. And then the new thing that they just got in today, they have the Grabber's mask from Black Phone, along with a foam Jason Voorhees mask from Friday the 13th, the Damien Leone Terrifier Art the Clown mask, and then all of the masks from the different animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy's. So you got Bonnie up top, Freddy Fazbear, and then Chica. And Foxy, of course, is also in the middle. But if you come around here, they decorated all of this with different cryptics and masks from old Halloween Horror Nights houses. So at the front, you got the Crypt Keeper with this huge kind of like kraken tentacles coming out of the top. And then you have these massive pillars that have been put up with all of the vinage and stuff decoration on them. And then over here you have a broken pillar. And then the rest of it is up here. So you got that huge pillar that goes along the top of this piece right here. And then you have the Medusa head right here as well. But like I said, the tribute store is going to be the biggest tribute store that they have ever done. And it's going to carry out from the Mummy store all the way into where you see this like garage door right here, which is going to lead into the Palace Arcade as well. So it's going to be absolutely massive. And from what I've heard is that the exit for the Mummy is going to be different. So they're opening a complete different exit and tarping off. So it's not going to be super crowded inside the store with the Mummy trying to exit and then the people also trying to get into the tribute store and exit the tribute store. So I want to say they're putting up a tarp to block it off and then opening a different exit door. So it's just a lot smoother process for Horror Nights instead of just making a complete tunnel with trying to just have people trying to get out and just causing a lot of commotion. In the Mummy store, we see this ticket that's been on the floor that says Museum of Antiques. Admission ticket, all exhibits. Admission is $1.10. So this ties into the overall theme of the tribute store, which is just a museum of all antiques. And I want to say it's Halloween Horror Nights antiques because, like I said earlier, all of this is from past Halloween Horror Nights houses and decorations. So here's a better look at the Terrifier popcorn bucket. So you got the iconic Art the Clown with the Santa Claus hat, and then it's got the little bit of blood splatter across the like chin area right here. And then if you're wondering where the popcorn goes, it goes in the back. Let's see how much room there is. So there's a decent amount of room to put popcorn. Not a ton, but I mean, it's a decent amount. And then of course, this is from Terrifier 3 for the iconic Christmas scene from the movie. But if you want to pick it up, I want to say that it is $34.99, and then your first refill is free. And then they also have this pop figure of Megan. So this one has like a slash burn going through the face, and you have all these different ones that you can collect. So you got RJ McCready, Spiderhead, Blair Monsters, Sean from Evil Dead, Nicholas Angel, some Galactus characters, He-Man, the Indominus Rex from Jurassic Park, and then all these different pop figures of Freddy as well. I don't see the rest of them in here, so I wonder how you're going to collect them all, and I wonder if they're going to start bringing the different ones in here as well. So now they have the POS systems for the Club Horror bar set up, along with the menu stand. And then they added fog machines, as well as all of these little like skeleton heads and stuff on all of the trusses. So they got different skulls and cow skulls all along the trusses as well. So they got one there, and then another one there. But it seems like that's the only really updates to Club Horror. I don't think it's going to be very decorated as a scare zone, just because I don't think a lot of stuff's going to be really going on in there, besides like the DJ and the couple of dancers that are going to be on the stage. So honestly, pretty empty. Not super hyped for this one. I'm more hyped for the Mel's Die-In experience. I think it's got more potential to be something really cool than this one does. This one kind of feels just very lackluster. So now in the Amity candy store, the entire display for Horror Nights and the Little Boo merchandise. So you got pants, a couple shirt designs here, the backpacks. Thank you. And then over here is the gargoyle shirt. And then here's the back display. So you got the original house shirt, Little Boo candles along with a 3D print poster, another Little Boo signage here, and then just tons of pumpkins lining up the top up here as well. So for the sweet shop, they have a Little Boo sugar cookie, the Art the Clown brownie, a Mel's Die-In like cherry pie, and then the Art the Clown Rice Krispie treat, and a Chica chocolate cookie as well. And then over here they have the Fetty Fazbear caramel apple. So we ordered the Clown Cafe Brownie. It's honestly just a sticker that they put over like a cookie piece, and then it's got some red icing on top of it as well. Here, go ahead and take a bite. What do you think?
I think it's really good. It has cherries in the middle of it too.
Oh, it's cherry stuffed as well?
Yep.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it, actually. It's not too rich, not too chocolatey either. Pretty good. Eat the mic. You can definitely taste the hint of cherry, but it's not overpowering cherry either.
Yeah.
Delicious.
That's pretty good. And the hint of cherry gives it a little bit of like a sweet taste, so it gets rid of the tardiness from the brownie, which I know a lot of people don't like, or like a really tart chocolate brownie. So that sweetness from the cherry just gives it that little kick that you need. But it's really good. Definitely recommend getting it. That was really good. And then how much was it? The brownie's gonna cost you about $9. And then like she was saying, it is just a sticker that's on top of like a little bit of like a chocolate piece. But really, really, really good. Definitely recommend getting the brownie if you're here. We'll try some of the other ones a little bit later down the line because we have an annual pass, so we're always here. But so far, so good. HHN's killing it this year with the little treats. What would you say? HHN's killing it?
Yes. This is delicious.
Recommend to the people, the viewers that are watching?
Yes.
So, outside of Hogwarts and King's Cross, there is this Black Phone 2 photo op. So you got the iconic phone booth from the movie, and then inside you have the Black Phone. And then the movie is coming out in theaters on October 17th. So very, very soon. But I know I'm going to see this movie. You're definitely seeing the movie. Let me know. Are you guys seeing the movie? If so, comment down below and let me know. I like horror movies and I'm excited for that one because the last couple ones I've seen so far honestly haven't been that good. I don't know what it is, but horror movies this year just aren't it. I haven't seen Weapons though, and I really want to see Weapons, and I want to see Together. But I watched that new horror movie with Pete Davidson, and I want to be honest, it's kind of just, it wasn't a horror movie. It was more of like a psychological, just brain like tease. It just made you really confused and like not sure what was going on the entire time. But overall, it was a really good movie, so I can't diss it too much. It's just one of those that you kind of have to watch for yourself to fully understand what I mean about it. But over here, they have put up fog machines, so I'm not sure exactly what these are for, but there's one here and then two more down on this side. But I'm thinking they're going to be for Art the Clown because this year they're bringing back roaming characters. So last year we had it was for Jack the Clown, and he kind of roamed around and went through lines and really just terrorized and messed with the guests. But this year, Art the Clown is going to be walking around all over the place, so you are not safe. He could be in the bathroom. He can be sitting across from you eating. He could be in a store terrorizing the customers that are trying to buy clothes. So Horror Nights isn't screwing around this year. It's going to be one of the most terrifying, pun intended, experiences that I've honestly seen in Horror Nights since 2012, and that's when I started going here. it's gonna be probably one of the best ones that I've ever seen, and I'm really stoked for it. And then over by the bridge is, in the Amity bathroom, is the Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake Jason food booth. So they got the cabin feel with the Camp Crystal Lake poster up here, and then the POS system also kind of has this like cabiny feel with the wood grain and everything as well. And if you remember from early in the video, I talked about Want a Fanta. So this booth is red. This one is probably going to be cherry flavored Fanta, but I'm honestly not 100% sure, just speculating and just guessing on what it's going to be, but they're all different colors. So far we have orange and red, and that only leaves a couple more out there, but when I get to them, I'll let you guys know. Also, huge news. The Amity bathroom is all done. It's not open to the public, but I'm willing to bet you that it is going to be open for August 29th for opening day of Horror Nights, because it's going to be very busy. And everyone's favorite, the bridge update. The bridge is done. It's blocked off, so there's still probably a couple things that they need to do still, but it's done. It's built. And honestly, Universal doesn't play to getting shit done. They get it done fast and efficient, and it's better than ever. So, bridge is completely done. It's updated. So it used to be super slippery, but now, if you look at it, there's these little lines in there, so it's gonna add kind of a grip to it. So it's not gonna slip and cause an accident or a fall when people are walking across it like the last one was. So, over there, and you're good. And over here, there is truss for the Nightmare Fuel that's going to be happening in the Fear Factor stage during Halloween Horror Nights. And talking about truss, if we go over here, there is TVs, and we all know what TVs mean. Those are going to be house portals. And from what I hear, the house portals that are going to be over here are for Gulkin and Fallout, which are the two new spring tents that they brought up for the park. So you're gonna be entering through there, go to those two. And for what I saw, there is a covering, so when you're standing in line, you're not gonna be getting drenched with the rain, which if you've been to Halloween Horror Nights, you know it rains every single year, every opening night. So I'm glad that they added a covering. Also, number 3 for Want a Fanta. This one is yellow, which is pineapple Fanta. So all of the drinks over here are gonna be pineapple Fanta infused. So I'm honestly really stoked for this one because I love pineapple and it sounds absolutely delicious. So over across from the Animal Actors stage, they have a new food truck, and this one I would say is dated. I would say this one is dedicated to the Dolls Let's Play Dead zone. And then on one of the POS stanchions, they have BuzzCon batteries, which, just like I said with the Toxic 20, BuzzCon is a facility from the Bugs Eaten Alive house from previous years. And then this is the front for the POS system as well. And then there's also going to be a little bar stand right there, so you can get drinks and stuff from here as well. But yeah, definitely gives like a child's like drawn on just toy truck.